Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1405. Happy Thursday. No tops. Where are my baseball cards? I jinxed it. I jinxed it by creating a video ahead of time and putting a time like, oh, it's going to be delivered between 11:50 and 1:50. We'll go live at 12:30. Wrong. I don't know what time it was, but it was right smack dab in that time frame. Might have been right around 12:30, and I was upstairs waiting because that's what I do. I was upstairs waiting, and all of a sudden, I hear that rumble of a delivery truck. You know that rumble, and they have you can tell. I don't know the difference between the UPS truck and the FedEx truck, but I know the difference between the post office truck. It's a little tiny thing, and I know the little rattle of the USPS. But I hear the rumble of a big truck coming down, and it stops, beep beep, and I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, here it is." And I look out the window, and it's a big brown truck, not an orange and white FedEx truck. What the hell is this? I'm like, well, maybe FedEx gave it to UPS. Snowing, weird shit happens, I guess. Nope, it's my wife's shoes or whatever the hell she ordered. God damn it. The emotions, the emotional roller coaster that went through that 30 seconds. Me thinking my tops was being delivered. But I thought, oh no, don't worry. FedEx is right behind. So now we know UPS can handle the snow a lot better than FedEx. Because UPS was on time. FedEx, 11:50 to 1:50. Still waiting. 1:50 rolls around. Oh, we got an update. Your package will be delivered by 8 p.m. And, you just get that feeling it's not going to happen. Like, today's just not my day. I'm not very confident that FedEx is going to deliver my package on time. And it didn't. Eventually, it says, your package is now back at the FedEx facility. Why is it back at the FedEx facility? You said you were going to deliver it today. So now, I don't even have track. The tracking's just you'll get your package. Matthias probably ripping my tops right now as we speak. Let's see. Do we have FedEx tracking? All right, let's refresh. Because this morning when I checked, it was not even oh yeah, we'll deliver it. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, it just says scheduled delivery date Thursday before 8 p.m. and that's it. It's not even out for delivery. Maybe the truck hasn't left the yard. So mother effers. So here we are, topsless. So it did. If there is a silver lining, I was able to get more shipping done than I had anticipated. So that's a good thing. I got, a little bit ahead of shipping out, and I'll get more shipping done this morning as I wait until my goddamn Top Series 1 arrives. And of course, I'm watching some videos yesterday of people ripping and people who were, where's Porter at? People who were just on me. I don't have tracking. Where's my tracking? They got their tops on time. My label was created last Thursday, and here we are a week later, still waiting. So Porter ripping, Dollar Box and Charlie ripping. There's another channel ripping. Everybody's ripping except for me. My Tops is at the yard, at the FedEx yard. God damn it. So that's what I didn't do yesterday. But I did get some shipping done, so that was good. We got a lot of snow, like the roads were shit. UPS could handle it though. The mailman could handle it. FedEx is like, nope, fuck this, we're out. So we dropped Ernie off at doggy daycare, and so my wife came home, and she worked like a little bit at the office and then came home. She's like, the roads are really bad. She's like, we should probably pick up Ernie early. And I'm like, I've got to go to the post office. She's like, but the roads are bad. And I'm like, but the post office is like 2 miles away. Like, I'll be okay. Even if the roads were like completely snowed over with like 8 inches of snow, I could handle. I have an SUV. I could handle the snow. So I'm like, I'll just go the regular time. Well, it gets to be like 3:30, and I'm like, maybe 3:30, somewhere in the 3 o'clock hour. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go because I'm still anticipating that my Tops will be delivered at some point. Wrong. So went to the post out, and I had some larger packages of cards that I had to mail out. So had to go into the post office. I did have a package. Thank you, Capital City Cards. I don't know if they watch the show, but I got to reach out to them. I think they're on Twitter. Send me a package. I think it's the first Cubs cards I've got in like mailed to me in a long time. So thank you for that. Check my PO box. I usually just check my PO box for any like return to sender type deals. So dropped those off. Dropped all the envelopes off. Went to doggy daycare. Picked up Ern. He had a lot of energy when he got home, and all night. My wife's like, maybe we shouldn't have picked him up early. And I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, because Monday, what was Monday? Monday he had a full day, but by like he needs a full day. He needs like overtime at doggy daycare on Monday because he's so cooped up and he just needs to play. And then Tuesday he had the rough, like day before yesterday, he had the rough day. No doggy daycare. He goes to doggy daycare, gets put in a crate. I go pick him up, comes home for a little bit, and goes and has the longest groom ever. And so more energy. And so today I'm going to take him, like as soon as I get off here, it's like, all right, we're going to doggy daycare. You get a full day, buddy. He did wake up at 3 a.m. this morning. And like I think I woke up from like a crazy ass dream. And now I don't remember. I just remember it's like, whoa, trippy, dude. Don't you hate it when you have a dream and it's like so vivid, and then 2 hours later you're trying to remember the dream and you have zero recollection? You only remember it was vivid and crazy. I had a vivid and crazy dream, and now I have no idea what it was about. But I do remember waking up from that at 3 a.m. to Ernie crying to go potty. So he took a dump. He took a 3 a.m. dump. I could never dump at 3 a.m. Like I don't like, my bowels are just not built for that. Like waking up from a cold sleep or warm sleep and just like, oh, I got to take a shit. Like how does that happen? Like I've got to work. I've got to build up. I need some foreplay before I take a dump. Like I need some water, maybe a little mushroom coffee to get things going, some oatmeal, splash that around in the intestines, push out whatever's in there, do a little little exercise. Like I can't just wake up and take a shit. Like that's just, some people can. I mean, we're all built differently, I guess. But Ernie can. He's like 3 a.m. I got to take a dump. Dave Arnold, he can take a dump anytime. I can't. Like I've got to I've got to work up to it. So Ernie took a 3 a.m. dump. The good thing, there's a lot of differences between our dogs. And so we love Biscuit, we love Ernie, but they're so different. And Biscuit hated to eat. Like, that was her biggest fear, was eating. Except for cheese. She loved cheese. We had to like spoon feed her at times. And I would always tell my wife, I'm like, and here's what would happen. Like, I know there's probably people like, oh, well, you created that monster of having to spoon feed your dog. But here's what happened. We would not spoon feed her, and she would not eat. And you say, and this was what I always said, she's going to eat when she's hungry. She wouldn't eat when she was hungry. She would starve herself. And then she would get sick. And she would get sick because she was so hungry, but she wouldn't eat. That's got to be like some kind of doggy mental illness. Ernie is driven by food. Ernie loves to eat. He's a little chonker. Ernie loves to eat. He loves his treats. He loves cheese. He knows the smell of red meat. He's never had red meat. Actually, he has. When we first the breeder that we get him from, like, switched all her dogs to this like raw meat diet, which half the experts say is great for your dog, and half the experts say it's terrible and it leads to humans getting sick because you're handling raw meat. So our vet said, no, don't take him off that diet and put him on hard food. So he's on kibble. So he probably knows the smell. I'm sure he knows the smell of raw meat. So I'll be cooking some like meat, and he'll just be like salivating and like jumping and trying to get at the red meat. I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, the differences in the dog. So talking about dumps. So Biscuit was she was a diva, and she would only potty in grass. In fact, our old house, when we built our last house, when my father-in-law was still with us, we went, before I went into work one morning, we went down to Olson Toon, which is a big landscaping company here in town. It was just down the street from our house at the time. And we went and picked up a bunch of sod. So we didn't have a yard, but we had a patch of sod off our patio so Biscuit could go potty, because otherwise she wouldn't pee in just dirt. Ernie, not the case. Ernie he'll pop a squat and take a piss right on the front porch. Like, oh, there's snow? I'll just take a piss here. I'll just take a dump over here. Which is very nice. It's quick. It's much quicker than, although like the good thing about snow on the ground though is Ernie will just be like, I can't really sniff as well. He can, but he's like, I'm out here to take a piss. I'm out here to take a dump. So it's a little quicker. So that's the story of my dog's bowel movements. So I'm still waiting on my tops. Let's go to the chat. Where are we at? Carrie, what's going on? 1 million. That I don't know what that means. Raphael, good morning. Victor, good morning. Frigid morning. Is it that cold? I was just out like a half an hour ago. I should know if it's cold or not. Oh yeah, it's 5 degrees. It feels like it's -10. Maybe that's why Ernie was like, all right, I'm going to take care of my business and go back inside, because it's that cold. Todd is here. Good morning. Gem City Card Show says, good things come to those who wait. I hope so. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully that rings true. It's going to be hard to top last year. I pulled an Ichiro red auto out of one of the silver packs. It's going to be hard to top that. That was like a $750 card that I sold. So it's going to be hard to top that. Hey, speaking of sales, so I've talked about the Triple H debut ticket, which it's over there. So quick story, 99centcards.com. You can view the Triple H debut ticket. So real quickly, I was at Triple H's debut. Most of you have probably already heard this story. 1995, I was in 7th grade. You can see me on the video, Triple H WWE debut, a WWF Superstars taping. So I still have the ticket stub. I looked for it forever and finally found it at the bottom of a mug that I kept pens in. So it's all marked up. It's faded, but it's still, I was there. It's kind of got some sentimental value to me, but there's always a price. Ha, 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 like the $1 Million Man. So Dan, Korean Cardboard, was always on me about getting it sent into PSA. And I'm like, I'm okay. So I had it listed raw for like probably 2 years in my eBay store. I had it listed for $1,000 or best offer, but I was not, because it has that sentimental value. I'm like, I'm not going to take anything under $500. In fact, even $500, I probably would not have taken it. And I think I set the minimum offer value to like $501. Because 500 would be like, I might get drunk one night and be like, I'll take 500. I can get a lot of Coors Light or Michelob Ultra with this. So I ended up submitting it like last summer. It came back about a month, last month's at the January Madison Card Show. And it's authentic altered because it looks like it's been through the washing machine and all that. So I put it on eBay. I put it on eBay last week for $1,000 or best offer, same price I had it raw. It was like $40 to get it slabbed. So $1,000 or best offer. Like immediately, I had a $700 offer. But when it was raw, by the way, the best offer I had through Messenger was $150. I had one person, and of course he's like completely shitting on the ticket, telling me how awful it is and how uncollectible it is, at the same time wanting to buy it. Like, okay, sorry. And I was not, like, I wasn't a dick. I was nice. I'm like, yeah, I was at the event. It has sentimental value. Like, we're not even close. And that's why it's auto decline anything under a certain amount, because I have a price. So I listed it last week, $1,000 or best offer. Get an offer within minutes for $700, which is a very strong offer for $1,000 item. But it's the only graded copy of Triple H's debut, and he's going into the WWE Hall of Fame this year in a couple months. He runs the company. He's married to Vince McMahon's daughter. And it was at the Mark of the Quad Cities in Moline, Illinois. So it's not like it was Madison Square Garden. Probably not many hoarders were in attendance that day. It was a Wednesday in April in 1995 that hoarded their tickets. So here we are. So I get that offer and I'm like, whoa, I should probably sit on this. I reach out to my buddy who's knows more than I do about this type of thing. And he's like, whoa, you should take that down before somebody buys it outright at $1,000. I think that'll sell for a lot more than $1,000. I'm like, really? Okay. So he's like, yeah, take that down right now. So I took it down, deleted it from eBay. And he's like, you should send it to Gold. So I reached out to Golden and they're like, that's really cool. If you're interested in sending it to us, I'll send over some paperwork. I gave him my information. He never sent the paperwork. So I'm like, all right. Apparently it's not that. And so what that tells me, if you're not going to like follow through and like, what are you going to do marketing wise? So that's my concern. So I feel like I can market it better on my own. Yes, a much, much, much smaller platform, but at least I'll put some effort into it, right? So I decided, since I had extra time yesterday, was it yesterday? Might have been the night before. But I put it back on eBay for $2,500 or best offer. Now, here's the reference point. There's a John Cena debut ticket that is going up for auction next week on, I believe, Heritage. The opening bid, the starting price is $2,500. Now, the ticket's in much better condition, but it's a good comparable wrestler, similar era. Both are Cena's got the Hollywood. He's been in movies, so he's got that side to it. So he's got like probably more of a collector base. But are people? But on the other side, are those people like the cross example of movie collectors? Are they interested in his wrestling debut ticket? I don't know enough about the market. So, but I would assume it's a very similar item. So $2,500. The same person who sent me the $700 offer sent me a $1,000 offer. And I'm like, okay, this person's motivated. So I did counter it $2,000. I ended up countering it at $2,000. I have a feeling they're just going to let it expire. But it's only spent it hasn't even spent 48 hours on eBay. So I'm just going to sit on it. WrestleMania is 2 months or a little less than 2 months. That's when Triple H will be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. So I have a feeling as we get closer to that, there's going to be a little more Triple H love in the world, and maybe it moves, and we'll monitor that John Cena. If the John Cena debut ticket sells for like $6,000, it's not. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe I'll up that price. Where are we at? Let's see. Kevin's here. Good morning. Art Green's in the house. Good morning. Rest of the week off from work, so get to listen live today. Welcome to the live chat. Peter's here. Good morning. Cooter says, dudes with man buns can't drive in the snow. That could be. We've got a lot of man buns in Madison, so we could have a man bun FedEx driver not delivering my shit on time. Philly Joe, good morning. Kevin says, my USPS truck needs new brakes. I can hear him as soon as he stops at the first house on my street. Yeah, you can hear that. Man, you can tell. Like, you can hear. I could hear in my old neighborhood, I could hear from my basement, I could hear him. I could hear our USPS truck coming from like a block away. Merle says, how much did you list her shoes for? Did not list. I was so disappointed that it wasn't my baseball cards. Johnny boy, what's going on? Good morning. Kyle says, good morning. FedEx is the worst for reliability. I agree. I absolutely agree. And the only mail package theft that I've ever experienced, knock on wood, was FedEx. Was loaded onto a FedEx truck and then just disappeared. What's up, that dude from Duryea? Mark F says, is Frank ripping Series 1? Frank doesn't strike me as a baseball card collector. So I always wondered, what does Frank do? Like, what do you think? I know he spent a lot of time mowing his yard. Well, as we moved away, he got the robot lawnmower because he just couldn't, getting up there in age, couldn't handle it. So I always wondered, like, what does Frank do? We talked like almost every day, every other day when we were neighbors, but I never knew. I know he would go down to watch. He had a friend that had like a daughter that played on the ice hockey team at the University of Wisconsin at that time. I know he would go to Branson. Frank definitely struck me as a dude that was hanging out in Branson, Missouri. Johnny M says, good morning. If that's the worst thing that happens to you this week, count your blessings. Amen. Amen. Gem City Card Show says, you've been stopped. Oh, I see what you did there, but Philly Joe says, I've had nothing but problems getting my cards via FedEx. I stopped using them about 4 years ago. Voila, no problems, right? Why does Topps continue to use them? Cody, what's going on? Good morning. FedEx performing like the sports teams Bo supports. Hey, I don't like that. One big letdown. It's true, though. It is true. Speaking of letdowns and sports that I root for, Alex Bregman did not sign with the Cubs. And frankly, after seeing the contract, I'm okay. I'm happy with that. Alex Bregman signs with the Red Sox, 3 years, $120 million. $40 million a year for Alex Bregman. On top of that, the Cubs would lose 2 draft picks, their second and fifth pick, and $1 million in international free agency money, which your pool is about 5. That's like 20% of their international money, because you get a pool of each team is allotted X amount. So this year they had like 5.2 million. So you can say they're probably going to be around that 5 million mark again next year. That's 20%. Pretty significant. So I'm okay with it. And, does Bregman provide value? And you can't look at it as a team like the Dodgers who it would be cool if my team operated like the Dodgers and just pissed away money like it's whatever. But my team doesn't operate. Every other team in Major League Baseball does not operate like that. Maybe the Mets. But most teams do not operate like that. So you've got to realize the business side of it. And there's an opportunity cost when signing players for 95% of Major League Baseball teams that you root for. And it's like, okay, if you sign player A, you will not be able to sign player B, C, and maybe even player D. Collectively, B, C, and D probably give you a better chance to win, get to the playoffs, and contend for a World Series. Player A, yeah, he's a superstar, and he may be a great player, but he's only one hitter in that lineup, or one player on that roster. So, you've got to weigh those benefits and how does it impact the future? I love prospects in minor league baseball and all that, but at the same time, if I can trade off assets at the prospect level for proven players, give me the proven player. I want to win now. It's been a while since the Cubs have won, almost 10 years now since we won that World Series. And it was a disappointment in the years after. So I want to put a roster that allows us the best chance. And signing Alex Bregman to that contract would not only, I think, would it be a step back this year, but it would be a step back in future years as well. So the only thing I'm upset about is that Boston offered him that contract. So here we are. Zach says, I'm listing 2024 Topps team sets at an overpriced price. Rich getting richer on my end. Hey, more power to you. Capitalism, baby. Johnny M says, I had one box open for me online, no stress involved. Yeah, but you didn't have the stress of waiting for the delivery, but you also didn't have the enjoyment of opening the box yourself. I don't see what type of enjoyment that is. Like, I'd much rather, and I know some people do, like they call them Percies. That's the in term, Percies. I want me a Percy. Personal, for short for personals. For the elders out there that may not know the new slang. So I think I did it one time just because I enjoyed the chat. It was my buddy Tom at Real Breaks, and I think I got into a break, and then I'm like, oh, I'll do a personal as well. But man, I'd much rather open the box myself. And I know to each his own. Some people may enjoy watching their box being ripped online. Knackley Collectibles, good morning. Got 2 Skeens autos, a Woods patch numbered to 5, Judge numbered to 50. So happy. Sorry to hear about your bad news. Well, hopefully my package gets delivered today and I'll have a similar break to yours. Porter, good morning. I take no joy in watching you squirm, by the way. It's hell. It's hell waiting for your Top Series 1. Gem City Card Show. I will not open Series 1 and be just fine. I've got plenty of other shit to list and sort. I do too, but it's just, it's so much fun. See, I take enjoyment in Series 1. Others take enjoyment in whatever the next product released is. And it's like, I don't care. I did list. I listed my Derrick Rose rookie auto. I listed my Kobe rookies, although I don't think the Kobe rookies are in on that like 24-hour delay on eBay. So those will go live at some point today. My Derrick Rose rookie auto might have been the only items I listed. I kind of focused on shipping just to get ahead of that. Where are we at? Philly Joe says, I'm uninformed, but are Zach and Porter the same entity? No, completely different. Zach and Porter is just Zach in the chat. Porter's off at school. Porter is a last name, and he is in Missouri. John, that 70s card show, he says Shitbo's wearing his Renaissance Fair outfit again. Yes. I am. Have you seen the video of the guy? And I don't know, it's got to be like made up, but it seems real. The guy at the Renaissance Fair that they discovered a dead body without a head, and he's like, I'm a necromancer, and I knew that my spell wouldn't work because he was missing it. It was missing its head. I don't know. Go find that. Funny video. That dude from Duryea. My son wanted to rip a hobby box, so I broke down and we did. Corbin Carroll napkin relic and 2 numbered commons. The time together was worth it. See, and that's what Series 1 is about. It's not about the hits. But we collectively, generally speaking, we get caught up in others' hits. And who was it that said they Knackley Collectibles? 2 Skeens autos and a numbered out of 5 and a judge to 50. And we see that and it's like, ooh. And we get excited. And then we open our box and we get a napkin relic of Corbin Carroll and a couple numbered commons. That should be the expectation. For Top Series 1, the expectation should be a Corbin Carroll napkin relic and a couple numbered commons. It's Top Series 1. And like I said yesterday, my money will be made on the base. And that money is slipping away as Matthias fails to deliver my package on time. Dave can dump at any time. Gem City, he's with Dave. They can see, I can't. I cannot wake up first thing in the morning and take a deuce. Just can't do it. I need to get a little workout in before I take a shit. Chris says, good morning from Western Oregon. What's happening? Where we're getting freezing rain. Will be very icy today. I'm sure my dentist appointment will be canceled. Hey, that's the best news of the day. Canceled dentist appointments. Yeah, we had snow, and I think I heard on the radio, and I don't know, I haven't looked, but I was listening to the radio yesterday, and on the way to pick up Big Earn. Oh yeah, snow on Friday. Another 2 to 6 inches, but it's been we've had a very mild winter here in Wisconsin. This will be, hopefully they come plow my damn sidewalks and driveway today, but only the 3rd time this winter that they've come and plowed our driveway, which usually by this time it's like 6 or 7. Well, in the past, I've had to do it. And it feels like a lot more than 6 or 7 when I have to do it. But we've had a pretty mild winter. That dude from Duryea says, Gem City, thank you. I hope he enjoys the hobby for as long as I have. Andy Back's in the house. Good morning. Bradley is here. What's up? Are you fucking with me, man? Come on, man. Card Collector, what's up? I really liked this year. I pulled a Ken Griffey Jr. out of the silver pack and Ichiro out of the silver pack and an Aaron Judge. Nice. Merle saw Knackley's pulls. Fire. Gem City Card Show says, I would contact the fine folks at Topps. I bet Triple H would be interested in that stub or even autograph it. Probably not. I don't see, I don't know. Like, it's just a ticket stub. I don't know. Card Collector says, would you accept $850 for it? No. Gem City Card Show says, it's too cheap at $1K, in my opinion. It's worth way more. Merle says, sounds like you should list it at $2,000. It's listed at $2,500 right now. I can show you. Triple H ticket stub. Let's see. It's probably, if you go to 99centcards.com, it's probably right under newly listed, or is it? No, it's not. Kobe's still aren't listed. So I've got a few items of Triple H in my eBay store. Triple H for sale. There it is. 2,500 or best offer. Hey, if you buy 7 or more items at regular price, you'll save 25% off. So, I mean, it's like you can tell it's been at the bottom of a coffee mug with pen marks. April 26th, 1995, row 6. And you can see me in the background. $8. My mom paid $8 for that ticket to be in the 6th row on TV in the main floor. World Wrestling Federation, the Mark of the Quad Cities. And this was a long TV taping. There it is. The label is wrong. It says 1996 on the flip, which is wrong. I think it's altered. I think they marked it altered because it's the little perforation thing has been torn off, I assume. So here's the back of it. Looks like it was in a scrapbook. And it probably was. I had like a wrestling scrapbook when I was that age. So there you go. There's the Triple H debut, WWF debut ticket in my eBay store. 99centcards.com. Gem City Card Show says send it to Fanatics. And that's actually a pretty good idea. That's actually a pretty good idea. I'll try to link up with somebody that's on that platform. Because I'm sure they're doing like a wrestling event. That's a great idea. It's a great idea. I'll reach out to some of my people at Fanatics and see who to talk to. Merle says, someone out there is kicking themselves that they didn't hit buy it now. Yep. That's when you put something up and you get an offer like immediately as it hits, go take a look at it. In this example, there's no comps. But if you list like a 1972 Topps high number for $2.50 and somebody offers $2 like immediately as it hits, like, oh, maybe this is a high number and not just a base common, non-high number common. What's the pop on the Cena? 1. Mine. Mine is the population on the Cena, on the Cena. Mine is the population on Triple H. That's a great question. I don't know. Let's look it up. PSA population report. I'm not on this, so it may take me. Let's see. John Cena ticket. Here, let's share the screen. Oh, let's share this screen instead. All right, let's take this down. Let's pop this up. All right, so we're on PSA tickets. So all other. There's a way to search ticket stubs. Let's do John Cena. Browse pop. Oh, here we go. Browse by category. Okay. Tickets. Get your tickets. I think it was, what year would John Cena's debut been? 2002? Jesus, this can't be right. Tickets. No results found. What the hell? Does anybody know how to do this? I'm terrible. Like this must be all tickets. Search population report. That goes back to this. All other. Huh. All right. I can't figure it out. I don't know. So I have no idea what the population is on the Cena ticket. Jody, good morning. Sorry to hear about the delay on your case. That really sucks. Yes, it does. Good morning, sports card ripping teacher in the house. Seems like the man is always holding down guys that hang out in basements. I know, right? Don't be knocking Branson. All the Cardinals fans will stop listening. Never mind. Go ahead, right? John says, I will wait to buy my 2025 Top Series 1 for fractions of pennies in the future. And that's smart money. That's smart money. But there's a lot of people that don't wait, and they'll pay top dollar to get their Top Series 1 right now. And that's who I'm marketing. Let's go Matt Shaw. Yeah, Matt Shaw. He's barring injury, he's going to be the third baseman. Todd says, glad the Sox did something, but I think they got desperate and overpaid for Bregman. He'll start at second base. Yeah, I think that's a big overpay on Alex Bregman. Jody says, opened a jumbo and 4 megas. Just like I figured, I did better with the megas, and the cost pre-card was lower by 20%. Nice. John says, I don't get the joy out of opening packs like others do. I guess in the words of Zach, I like finger blasting bulk buys instead. Hey, I prefer finger blasting bulk buys. But when it comes to Top Series 1, although the first box is very entertaining for me, and then the second box, and then the third box, and it's kind of like it depreciates as time goes on. Like, I could not imagine opening cases upon cases of flagship. That would just become even within one case, it feels like work. By the time I get to the last box or two, I'm like, Jesus, make it end, and it's not fun anymore. So, but that first box is a lot of fun. The second box is fun. Third box is less fun, and so on and so forth. Art Green says, getting to that point on ripping, do I want to probably light money on fire or just know what I'm buying? Gem City Card Show says, I sold a card for $23. It's letting me ship via standard envelope because I think I had it like that, then raise the price. What do I do? Well, if you had it set for standard envelope shipping, just ship it standard envelope. But remember that you're only covered for $20 of insurance. So speaking of insurance, USPS never got back. I had like a $50 insurance claim, not as easy as ESE insurance. So basically, if it's set up to ship standard envelope, ship it standard envelope. If it gets lost, you'll only get $20 of your $23. But that's an easy $20 back. If you ship it ground advantage, you will get your full money back, maybe, and it's going to take a lot longer. So it's just kind of what you want to do at this point. George, good morning. John says you're either priced at $19.99 or you're priced about $25. There is no benefit to selling single cards $20 to $25 unless it's something that doesn't fit PWE standards. I agree with that. Cards in the $20 to $30 range require thinking, especially when considering best offers. Absolutely. It's Mathia, not Matthias. I like Matthias better. Matthias seems like a real name. I don't even know how to pronounce the actual name. Mathia? Maybe it's Mathia. Like Medea, but with a TH. Just get a plow attachment for your e-bike. I've got a snowblower that I'm not going to use. Johnny M says, I got a Dylan Cruz auto and an Ohtani silver pack numbered to 99. Hopefully I have that one. Mr. Archer, good morning. So that's what I had for today. No Top Series 1. Hit up my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Buy 7 or more items at regular price. Save 25% off at checkout. I had one of those mornings I woke up to like 50 orders, which used to be regular. When I had like less than 10,000 items in my store. The boom was great, man. Wake up to 75, 80 sales overnight. Man, that was so awesome. Phone just blowing up all hours of the day. Not so much anymore. But every once in a while. So I had quite a few sales. Like I looked this morning at my numbers, and I had decent numbers yesterday. And already off to a great start today, and hopefully that'll go even bonkers if my top series one comes today. So I did look at my my numbers year to date. My net sales are up 49% year to date, which is great, and I need to keep that up. I need to hit my goals this year. I need to be 40% growth over last year. And right now, year to date, I'm up 49%. Volume sold is up 16%. My average sales price is up almost 25%. So these are all numbers. I want my volume to go up, but I also want the average sales price to go up as well. And obviously that hits the bottom line, and I want to see that grow. So so far, so good. And hopefully my tops comes today and we can see some growth. Although I think today was the day where I saw like my Ichiro sale from last year, and it was a crazy sales day. So hopefully we get a crazy sales day and keep up on that year-to-year growth. Mr. Archer, good morning. Andy Mack says my 50% off sale is moving a lot of older Series 1 inserts that were sitting in my store. I figured I'd hit those set builders looking to finish previous year's smart. Yeah, I love the 50% off sales. I typically move a ton of like stale inventory when I do those 50% off sales. Johnny M says, good luck ripping later. Thank you, sir. Cooter says, will you go live when your Series 1 arrives tomorrow? As soon as my Series 1 arrives, I will go live. Hopefully that's today. Hopefully that's like an anti-jinx. Unicorn Cupcake Labs. Hey, I was one last thing. I don't log into Instagram very often. I should. I gotta log in. Let me see if I can log in real quick on the interwebs. I don't even know my passwords. That's not it. That's not it. All right. So we won't do that. But there's an account on Instagram that tracked search history. So you can track. It's actually if you're doing any websites and that it's hell even on eBay, tracking trends and what people are searching for on eBay. Case Hit Kings did a search, and basically they did the 50 most searched card shows in America. And here's how they did it. They analyzed and exported keyword search volume data, and then used Excel and SUMIF formulas to group variations of card show names. Example, Dallas Card Show versus the Dallas Card Show. By compiling and sorting the top 300 related card show search queries, we determined the most searched card shows in the U.S. based on real search trends. The National, which as expected was number 1 on the list. The Dallas Card Show was number 2. The Philly Card Show was number 3. Burbank was number 4. The Front Row Card Show was number 5. The Madison Card Show, number 6, most searched card show in America. Madison Card Show, number 6, which, by the way, is coming up a week from Saturday, February 22nd, Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive. Chantilly was the number 7 searched card show in America. The Minnesota Card Show was number 8. The Twin Oaks Card Show was number 9. And Nashville was number 10. Chicago Card Show was number 11. I assume that's the Chicago Sports Spectacular. Houston was number 13. Brotherly Love Card Show was number 14. What else is the Denver Card Show was number 18. The Fenway Park Show was number 19. Fishtown was 20. Let's see some others that we're familiar with. Strongsville was number 33. The Arizona State Card Show was number 34. Oak Creek was number 37. Shipshewana was number 39. These are the top 50 most searched card shows in America. The Midwest Monster was number 42. Let's see. San Francisco is 46. Oh, and there's some, let's see, there are some discrepancies here because there's a Strongsville sports card show. I assume there's only one Strongsville, right? So there's a Strongsville with 210 search queries, which ranks 48, and then there's another Strongsville. So 210 plus 320 is 430. So Strongsville, we can say probably ranks 21 with 430. That's tied with Music City Card Show. So there you go. Case Hit Kings put that together on Instagram. Let's see. Gem City says, Gem City Card Show, just a little off the list, I'm sure. Hey, you never know. You never know. So that's what I had for today. That's also in speaking of that, that's now the Madison Card Show, I put I didn't put any thought because I never thought the Madison Card Show would be like a brand, like the Madison Card Show. I thought it was just going to be a card show in Madison at a hotel, 40 tables, and that was it. I didn't expect it to grow to what it has become. But I kind of got lucky, just stumbled into it because it wasn't a plan on my part to brand it to where people know. If you say the Madison Card Show, it's Madison, Wisconsin. I know there's other Madisons in America, but when you say a city named Madison, you most likely think of Madison, Wisconsin. And some like the Chicago Sports Spectacular is in Rosemont, and it's the Chicago card, kind of the Chicago Card Show. I think it's got good market. I think maybe the people who put this together didn't quite understand what the Chicago Sports Spectacular was, but there's other card shows. It's kind of like in branding. It's like, how do you set yourself apart to where you're not getting confused with, if it's like the Wisconsin Card Show, which card? There's a bunch of card shows in Wisconsin or any state card show. Anyway, rambling on. Porter says, keep an eye out for the Real One variations. They feel like vintage stock, but the logo is the same as base, numbered to 90. Interesting. Is the numbering on the back? I know the silver. I was watching. I think the Dollar Box pulled a Sandberg serial numbered out of the silver packs, and those are on the front. Hard to see. He missed it, and I'm like, "Whoa, that's serial." What was the serial number on that? And somebody else in the chat caught it. And it was the blue numbered out of 150, and it's kind of hard to tell the colors. Like it's on the silver packs, at least watching on video, it's hard to differentiate whether it's a color or not. So I know the silver packs, the serial numbering is on the front. So I guess I'll find out later. Cross your fingers, wish upon a star for me. And hopefully my series 1, let's see if we have any last updates on my tracking, FedEx.com. Come on, baby. Matthias is like, fuck you. You're talking shit about FedEx this morning. Still nothing. Delivery updated. 6:54 a.m. It just says delivery updated. Scheduled delivery date, Thursday before 8 p.m. Motherfuckers. I want my tops. I want my baseball cards. All right. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and visit my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Buy 7 or more items at regular price. Save 25% off at checkout at 99centcards.com. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you hopefully later today, but you may not. All right. See you later.